In America today, if you are black, you are 5 times more likely to go to prison than if you're white. And the average black family is 8 times poorer than the average white family. The mid-80s and 90s saw unemployment rise as high as 90% in many poor black communities. Young people didn't see jobs in their areas, but they did see a massive drugs market. Crack cocaine was believed to be more socially damaging than powder cocaine. So the Anti-Drug Abuse Act created a sentencing difference between the two drugs.
If you were caught with 5 grams of crack cocaine versus 500 grams of powder cocaine, you would be sentenced to the same mandatory minimum prison sentence, at least 5 to 10 years in prison. The programs of the drug war continued targeting low-income communities of color with more police, more surveillance, and eventually more incarceration under much harsher sentences.
Once you get high, that first high in the morning, you have a tendency to smoke dope and to smoke crack all day, the rest of the day. You ain't gonna never really get that first high back no more. You just doing whatever it takes necessary for you to get high.
Fair Wayne ended up being charged under the habitual offenders law.
In '86, I caught a possession of stolen goods charge. In '91, I caught a simple burglary of inhabited dwelling. The last one was the attempted simple burglary of inhabited dwelling. That was the one with the hedge clippers.
He pleaded not guilty to attempting to steal a pair of hedge clippers, but the jury found him guilty. Charged under the habitual offenders law, he faced a life sentence.
I mean, even being a drug abuser and a criminal convict, you understand, hey, I still didn't feel like I should die in penitentiary. To really be able to understand the justice system in Louisiana, just go back and look at conviction rates. What type of people they convicted, how many. That would pretty much tell you everything that you really need to know. The whole time I was in Angola, I didn't find one white person that they used the habitual offender law on.
The American legal system is, by design, by its very nature, by its results, it is racist. This is not happenstance. This is not someone's negligence. We didn't stumble into this. But it was always designed to marginalize a certain group of people.
People of color are overrepresented in the criminal justice system, whether it's prison or otherwise. But I don't think it is the criminal justice system itself that is necessarily completely responsible. I think it begins much earlier in the process. All of those things that are often absent in communities that are struggling with high crime rates and poverty.
In 2016, Louisiana changed its state law. Prisoners sentenced to life using the Habitual Offenders Act were eligible for parole after 15 years if their sentence was based on fewer than 3 violent crimes.
I served 20 in Angola, 3.5 in the parish, which came out to be about 24 years altogether. Once you commit a crime and you go in and do some time for that crime, you're supposed to be to pay your debt to society.
Despite evidence showing how disproportionately the law is applied to African Americans across the country, the justice system continues to lock up black men in huge numbers, and the harsh sentences haven't significantly impacted levels of crime.
The best social science research that we have shows no correlation between incarceration and crime rates. So the idea that somehow mass incarceration has led to a decline in crime, the best research that we have indicates that the two are not related.
The habitual offender law, I feel like it's a slavery, it's an entrapment of the slavery laws. That's about the bottom line of it, really. You know, that's what they really using it for, is to enslave human beings, and mostly black human beings.